What's up guys? Jeremy with Quench Your Adventure. This video, we are gonna talk about the costs of RV life. I've got my laptop in front of me. We're gonna talk about our most expensive month, our least expensive month, and we'll go over some average numbers and some totals as well.
We're Jenna and Jeremy.
In August 2020, we bought an RV.
In September 2020, we sold everything and hit the road full time.
Follow our adventures as we explore more of our incredible planet Earth.
Don't forget to press that subscribe button and turn on post notifications for weekly travel videos.
You can find us on Instagram at Quench Your Adventure. Now on to the good stuff. Obviously, there are a ton of variables with RVing, and our lifestyle might be completely different than what yours could be. The goal of the video is really just to give you a rough idea of what we spend for things, what to expect if you're preparing to do this, or if you are a full-time RVer and you just want to compare what you spend to what others do. Hopefully this helps you out. So let's do it. At this point, we have made a couple videos about RV life costs. We made a video about our first month, which had some outliers because we spent about $1,000 in gear to prepare for our RV life. It came out to a little over $3,000 in total for that month. But still, if you want to check that out, might have some important details. We go into a little more detail about, the payment we make on the RV, insurance provider, accommodations, things like that. So check that out. And we also made a part 2, which was our second month of RV life. We spent a little over $2,000 in that month, which was much more normal. And that did include over $700 in gas, which was above average because we drove pretty much completely across the country in that month. So, and we also did a video just about gas and how much we spend. So if you want to check that out, it's got some details about our miles per gallon, not very good, what we spend, how much we drive. Again, lots of variables there, but might be helpful. Let's talk about our most expensive month, which actually just happened. And the reason it came out to be the most expensive was at about 53,000 miles on this RV. It's a Chevy Workhorse. It's a V8. We had a check engine light. We replaced some spark plugs. I actually don't know if I plugged the cost of that in here, but the check engine light was still there. Took it to a professional, a transmission guy, and seemed really trustworthy. Turns out needed pretty much the whole thing rebuilt. So I gave him, the reins to do everything he wanted to do, including a couple extras. Came out to nearly $3,700. So definitely, kind of a rainy day, but hopefully it'll be at least, 100,000 miles before that needs done again. I don't know if we'll have the RV at that time, but anyway, that's more of a one-time cost. Doesn't necessarily factor into averages, but we spent over $5,000 this month, because of that. So throwing that out there. Our best month, actually where we were on the road, full time, came out to about $1,500. Everything in that month was just normal. We spent even about $500 on gas. I could go into the details of the payment on the RV, less than 300, groceries, things like that. We go into more detail in those other videos if you want to check them out. But this is closer to what we would hope the average to be without some of these other variables like the maintenance and certain upgrades. It's one of our other most expensive months was because we made some huge upgrades. Most notably is the solar system. Had a buddy help us. I mean, gosh, he's brilliant. He put 4 100-watt solar panels up top, 4 100 amp hour AGM batteries down below, hooked up the whole system, and it has been a huge upgrade. We spent, almost $4,000 doing it, but huge convenience. Awesome that we're not using the generator and, using gas, and just a really, really cool technology. And I do sell solar. Guys, on that note, if you want to learn more about what Jenna and I do for work on the road, because we do both work full time, check out the video right here. So it's kind of fun to also have solar. But anyway, that was a huge month. So back to some of these averages and totals. If you take all of our months that we were on the road full time, and again, there's some outliers and whatnot, but we've spent around $22,000 in the last 9 months. If you take out some of those upgrades, though, it comes out to about $18,000, which is an average of about $2,000 a month. And if you take out the transmission, but include some of the regular maintenance, like the oil changes and whatnot, comes out to more like $1,600 a month. So for our lifestyle, where we move pretty quickly, spend a decent amount in gas, it looks like our average is more like, we'll say, $1,600 to 2 grand a month, somewhere around there, meaning we might spend, 24,000 in a year, which I think is pretty good for the life that we're living. I mean, we're doing so many fun things, and honestly, it's a good money move for us because we own the RV. It still has a lot of value in it. We could sell it when we're done with this, which, who knows how long we'll do this. But anyway, hopefully that gives you at least an idea of what this costs. And gas, like I mentioned, does come out to be around $500 a month right now. Of course, gas prices are going up a lot, and we've definitely felt that a little bit because our numbers seem to stay the same. Yet in the last month, we've moved, I'd say, slower than ever before. I mean, we spent almost a month and a half in Colorado, and we're here in Utah right now and plan to be here for, potentially through the rest of June. We'll see. All right, guys, I'm sitting outside the RV at our free campsite here, but one more thing I wanted to add is this. So accommodations, we don't spend any money on accommodations because we boondock 99.9% of the time. I mentioned those solar panels earlier. That's what gives us power. Every chance we can to fill up our water tanks, we take it, and we stay in places like this, which is awesome because they're beautiful, typically quieter, and free, okay? And this isn't always luxurious. Sometimes we're sitting in a Walmart parking lot or wherever, but point being, we have not spent any money in accommodations in the last 9 months, aside from maybe the occasional break in a hotel or something. So we also made a video about boondocking for beginners. So if you need some details on that, check it out here. And thank you for watching the video. We hope that this was helpful. Please like it. Please subscribe, support the channel, and leave a comment if you have one. We are open to answering questions and even doing more videos based on requests we get from our viewers. So thanks, and we'll see you in the next one.